Budapest is the capital city of Hungary, and it's widely considered to be one of the most beautiful tourist destinations in Europe. So join Viewcation to find out about the best things to do in Budapest, Hungary. Learn about history at the Hungarian National Museum. To get a quick idea of everything Hungary's about, you may want to head to the Hungarian National Museum. It features a great variety of exhibits relating to the country's rich history. This includes various cultural aspects, including things like art and religion. When you're done taking in the rich history of Hungary, you can stroll out to the beautiful gardens located outside the museum for a nice picnic. Take a stroll around City Park. Located near the center of the city, City Park is a grand location for locals and tourists alike. Some of the highlights of the park include the several state-of-the-art sports facilities available to guests, as well as the massive boating lake that the area is centered on. During winter months, this lake turns into an ice rink, which is one of the largest that can be found in all of Europe. Some of the other landmarks in the park are the Budapest Municipal Zoo and Botanical Garden. There's also the Vajda Hunyad Castle, which is a beautiful historical building housing the Museum of Hungarian Agriculture. Shop for souvenirs at Ecseri Flea Market. Anyone visiting Budapest is certainly going to want to take home a souvenir, and the best place to do it is the Ecseri Flea Market. It's located on the outskirts of the city, and it's full of different vendors offering a variety of unique goods. You'll find everything from crafts to used clothing, and you may find some authentic memorabilia from Hungary's infamous communist era. If you're looking for something to remember your visit to Budapest by, this is where you're going to find it. Just remember that haggling is the norm in these parts. Shop for local food at Central Market Hall. While Ecseri Flea Market is certainly the best place to look for souvenirs, Central Market Hall is where you'll want to go to get some food. It's where the majority of residents go to shop for their groceries, and it's a popular location with tourists too. The appeal is obvious, as the market is filled to the brim with locally sourced food items from meat to produce. Of course, raw ingredients will only have a limited appeal to the majority of tourists, but everyone will be able to enjoy the authentic Hungarian cuisine available on the upper floor. Take a ride on the Budapest Castle Hill Funicular. For those who don't know what a funicular is, it's a specific kind of cable railway system, and the one in Budapest is considered the second oldest in the world. They're not all that common, as they have essentially long since been outmoded by more modern technology, but the Budapest Castle Hill Funicular is preserved for its historical value, and it serves as a great draw for tourists. It was first opened up to the public for use in 1870. Riding the funicular will take you to the top of its namesake Castle Hill, though the most notable sights for tourists come via incredible views of the Danube River, which runs through the city. The Budapest Castle Hill Funicular has been slightly slowed down over the years to allow tourists more of an opportunity to enjoy the experience, and it's open until 10 p.m. Before we tell you more about the best of Budapest, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Experience the openness of Buda Hills. If you're looking for a taste of nature, look no further than the Buda Hills. The beautiful green area features a plethora of hiking trails and even a few trails for mountain bikers. They differ in terms of difficulty, but all of them offer some unique and amazing views of the region's wilderness. Like Budapest City Park, this is another location that's arguably even more popular with locals than with tourists, but it's also a location tourists will certainly appreciate. Check out the Liberty Statue. The Liberty Statue is a remnant of Hungary's communist days, but in the time since the country's transition to a democratic system, the monument has taken on a new meaning. Today, the statue stands as a reminder to the people of Budapest to give thanks to all the many people who died liberating the country. The statue sits atop a hill, which can be a bit of a climb. But in addition to the chance to see the statue itself up close, tourists will also be rewarded by some staggering views of the surrounding area. Visit the Hungarian Parliament Building. While the Hungarian Parliament Building exists predominantly for political purposes, the beautiful historical building has also become a popular location for tourists. It has a Gothic Revival style and is one of the largest in the entire country. The size comes for practical reasons, as the building houses multiple hundreds of offices. Tourists would likely be bored with what was going on in these offices, but there's nothing boring about the way the building looks. Journey to Margaret Island. The Danube River runs through Budapest, and in the middle of the Danube, there's a minuscule body of land called Margaret Island. Though it certainly isn't big, it has plenty to offer visitors. The island is only around 2 miles long, but its entire length is comprised of recreational facilities and parkland. There's plenty to do and see on the island, and golf carts can be rented to help visitors get from one end to the other. Some of the many notable parts of Margaret Island include the running track that circles around the island's entire rim, as well as the Margaret Island musical fountain. The track track is one of the most popular places in the city for locals to jog, while the musical fountain sprays water in ways that make it appear as if the water is dancing to classical music. Visit the Danube Promenade. The Danube Promenade is located between the Chain Bridge and Elizabeth Bridge, which are two notable bridges crossing the Danube. There are several notable landmarks that visitors can see while walking the Danube Promenade, and they'll even get a nice view of the Liberty statue. The promenade also features several restaurants, so you can end your journey with dinner. Visit the House of Terror. The House of Terror certainly stands as a monument to terror, though not the kind that involves the supernatural. Instead, it's a museum of sorts showcasing exhibits that depict the man-made terrors of Hungary's communist era. Visitors can even step into an authentic prison area used back in the day. Experience St. Stephen's Basilica. St. Stephen's Basilica is one of the most notable religious buildings in the country of Hungary, and it's named after the country's first recorded king. Visitors should be advised that since St. Stephen's Basilica is an authentic holy site, they'll need to keep both their shoulders and their knees covered. Peruse the sculptures in Memento Park. If you find yourself fascinated with Hungary's history of communism, visiting Memento Park should be considered a must. It's home to several historical sculptures that have been preserved from Hungary's communist era. Most of the statues, with the significant exception of the Liberty statue, were destroyed amidst the country's transition to a democratic system in the late 80s. But some of the most striking sculptures were preserved for historical purposes, and most of these now stand within Memento Park. It was opened in 1993, only a few years after Hungary's transition to a democratic system. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorites in Budapest? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.